Good morning, everyone. Coming live from the Aiken Center this morning as the Canadiens get ready. Home game action against the Bulls. Bulls in the cream color jerseys. Your Canadiens in their blue unis for today's game. First of two for this weekend. We're heading down the highway tomorrow to Moncton, taking on the Lynx at 11. But we got to take care of business here at home first against the Bulls. Starting lineup will be Gargano, Kirkpatrick, and Gilbert, with Hoyt and Scott on the blue line. Full contingent back in action today as Chase Stella rejoins us after being on the DL for a few weeks. So we're happy to have him back on defense. But you will see a little bit of different lineups here today, I think. So starting goaltender today is going to be, I think that's Cam McFarland. He's throwing me off with his new pads there. All right, off the draw, it's going to be Scott. He's going to play that up to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick takes it into the neutral zone. Kirkpatrick fires it on net. It's going to be a save by the goalie. Gilbert's there for the rebound, picks it up down low. Takes a bump along the wall. A couple of Bulls in on him there. Gargano puts that back down deep. Gilbert chasing. And now comes around to the half wall. Kirkpatrick gets a stick on that. And that is kept in by Gargano. Kirkpatrick fouls it deep in behind the net. Going to be picked up by the Bulls. They're going to rim it around the boards, but Kirkpatrick intercepts that once again. Gets it to Hoyt. Hoyt does a quick shot. And it's a save for the goalie. Face-off coming up in the Bulls zone. Coming out for the Canadiens is Markowski, Stella, McShane. And on the blue line, it will be Miller and Chase Stella. Off the draw, it's going to come back to Miller. Stella makes sure. And that just bumps by Miller. And now a steal here as the Bulls have an opportunity. That shot's wide of the net. Goes off the boards, bounces around, picked back up. Played around in behind. The Bulls regain possession. It's going to get played up off the wall. Going to be kept in by the Bulls D. Good pressure there by Keegan Stella. And now McShane trying to get it away. The Bulls get it back though. And they go back to their D once again. Shot from the point. That's blocked out front by the Bulls. They try to turn it around. It's a save. And that's given to Markowski. Markowski goes off the glass. And that's going to be picked up by McShane. McShane has Stella with him. He plays it over just out front. Stella can't get a stick on it. Comes back the other way into the neutral zone, but the Bulls blow a boot. That's going to be picked up by Paisley. Paisley now driving towards the net. Down low. Plays it back to McDougall. McDougall, he's going to fire it right back. Played down low, picked up by Keegan Stella to Markowski. Comes back to Keegan. Keegan has it. Plays it out front, looking for McShane. That's taken away. Keegan plays it back to McDougall. McDougall fires it back down, intercepted by the Bulls, and the Bulls make their way into the neutral zone. And McDougall gets a stick on that, plays it to Paisley. Paisley plays it to McShane. He's going to dump it and go for a change. Coming out is Dara and Shepard and McLean. And Dara plays that down low, picked up by Shepard. Shepard plays it back, looking for McLean, goes off the skate of a Bull. Shepard working hard down in the corner. And that comes away to the half wall. Dara gets a stick on that, going to be kept in by Paisley. No, just sneaks into the neutral zone. Comes back the other way, fires it up to Shepard. Shepard goes up, pushes it deep. And McLean steals it away, tries to get the centering pass into the slot. Picks it back up, comes back, tries to get it to Shepard, tries to get it to Dara. Shepard has it, fires. Saved by the goalie. Picks up his own rebound, but it goes down low. Bulls pick it back up. They fire it up. Centering pass into the neutral zone. Scott and Hoyt are there, and good back check by McLean. McLean steals that, fires it around, finds Hoyt. Hoyt quickly to Dara. Dara looking to pass it over to McLean. Kept in by the Bulls. And that's going to be covered and left for Scott. Scott was looking for Hoyt. And Dara's going to pick it up, looking for McLean on the half wall. The Bulls keep it in. They fire it at net. That's wide. Goes in behind. Shepard tries to get there. They get it back to the D. Shepard pressuring. They go back down low again. Scott keeping his man to the outside. That goes off a foot. Gets it to McLean. McLean puts it off. Pushes it forward. Bouncing puck just out of the reach of Shepard, but it's going to be taken. No. And Kirkpatrick comes in off the bench. Bulls are going to push it deep. Going to be picked up by Scott. Scott plays it back to Hoyt. Hoyt goes to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick quickly to McLean, but McLean has it intercepted, and the Bulls play it back. And that's going to be a stoppage of play as McFarland hangs on to that one. Face-off coming up in the Canadian zone with Gargano, Kirkpatrick, Gilbert, Stella, and Miller on the D. Gargano, quick shot. That was wide of the net. Going to be picked up by Gilbert. Gilbert trying to play it forward to Kirkpatrick. Tries to get a stick on it. The Bulls come back the other way. Miller's going to get that as Stella makes sure McCarthy doesn't get anywhere near it. That's played off the wall again. It's in the feet. Gilbert goes back to Stella. And Gilbert has it. Gilbert, and once again, the referee kind of... Oh, that was a scary one. Bouncing puck picked up by Miller. Miller plays it to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick gets hung up on the wall by a couple of Bulls. Goes back down to Miller. Miller plays it up to Gilbert. Oh, bad bounce off the stick, and that's going to get in front. Kirkpatrick steals that opportunity away. Trying to clear it, but it goes off a body and kept in. Miller doubles back under pressure. Fires it in the middle to Gargano. Gargano to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick has Gilbert with him, and it's offside. Chile just a step ahead. So face-off coming up just outside the Bulls zone. Just over 10 to play here in the first. Markowski, McShane, Stella, Paisley, and McDougall on D. And off the draw, McShane pushes forward, gets it to Stella. Stella fires on net. Markowski looking to get the rebound. He plays that down low. No, comes back, gets it to McShane. McShane, hello! That's the goal for the Canadiens as McShane finds top corner, putting the Canadiens up 1-0 here in the first period. Canadiens will stick with these 5. Off the face-off, the Bulls are going to play it down into the Canadian zone. It's going to be picked up. Comes up, quick pass. It's going to be picked up by Markowski in the neutral zone. Markowski has McShane with him. He tries the backhand just high off the glass. Rebounds picked up. Stella working down low. Stella and McShane. Bulls are going to play it back the other way. McDougall comes in, and that's going to come back. And, oh, that's going to be a penalty to the Bulls as Paisley takes a bump. Delayed penalty here for the Bulls. So the Canadiens are going to go to a power play. So out for the power play is Dara, Shepard, McLean, and on the blue line we have Scott and Hoyt. Oh, false start, couple of false starts. Off the draw, comes back to Hoyt. He's going to fire it back to Scott. Scott tries to play it down to, so that's just going to be cleared. I think he was trying to find Dara there, but it was intercepted by the Bulls. Cleared down the full length of the ice. Hoyt picks it up, centers himself in behind, plays it up to McLean. McLean making his way through the neutral zone. McLean. And that's going to get to Dara. Dara fires it over to Shepard. Rebound comes back to the Bulls. Dara trying to pick it up. And that's going to get played around to Hoyt. Hoyt's going to fire it back down, but the Bulls intercept it. He keeps it in right at the line, though. And he's in a battle here. And it's still kept in. fires it over to Shepard. Shepard gets there, keeps it deep. Dara down low. Dara and Shepard. Oh, got to spread out, boys. Going to be picked up, played back. Dara has it. Looking for, goes back to Scott. Scott fires into the slot. Bulls get a stick on it, and he keeps it in. Scott plays it back down deep. Finds Dara, trying to get it to Shep. He just can't turn on it. Hoyt back down, and Dara plays it back to Hoyt. McLean has dropped back to take Hoyt's spot. Hoyt over to McLean. McLean fires, save. Miller's going to pick up that rebound. Miller plays it back down low, but the Bulls get it right back up. Miller does get a stick on it, and it's going to be a change for everybody. Miller in on his own. Miller, oh, just wide. 15 seconds left here. Kirkpatrick off the bench gets a stick on it. Kirkpatrick comes away with it, plays it back, and a couple of hooks there. And the Woodstock player holding on to Kirkpatrick's stick and then gives him a nice tap in the back of the legs for good measure. Miller, penalty's over. Canadiens can't cash in. Miller coming through the neutral zone, has Gilbert, plays it down. Gilbert's going to pick that up. Gilbert trying to center it out, gets poked away. Gargano trying to get there. Gargano, it's going to come back to Kirkpatrick. He fires it in. Bulls, we're in a battle here against the boards once again. And it's going to come back. Miller picks it up, plays it over to Chase Stella. He's going to fire from the blue line. It's going to be a save. Rebound's going to be picked up by Gilbert. Kirkpatrick now. Kirkpatrick and Gilbert working together, but the Bulls do come away with it. They're going to play it over. It's going to be Chase Stella who gets a stick on that. And McDougall down low. McDougall now. Gargano comes around. Gargano and McDougall working together, I should say. McDougall gets it over to Stella, just pops over his stick. Stella tries to get it out to Kirkpatrick, goes to the Bulls instead. Gargano gets a stick on that one. And Gilbert pressuring up. Bulls are going to play it down low. Picked up down low. They play it back to their D. Gilbert now tries to get a stick on it. It goes through everybody. Bouncing puck goes up. Rebound comes around. Stella gets a stick on that. Gets it to McDougall. McDougall to Gilbert. Intercepted as he tried to go to Kirkpatrick. That's a save by McFarland. Got to move your feet for those ones. Change by the Canadiens. McShane, Paisley, Markowski, and Stella out for the side. Bulls have it down low, coming up on the 5-minute mark here. Shot from the blue line as a save by Cam McFarland. Face-off coming up in the Canadian zone with Paisley and McDougall on D, Markowski, McShane, and Keegan Stella up top. Off the draw, it's going to be Paisley to McShane, McShane to Stella. It's going to come back. Paisley's going to pick that back up, goes to McShane. McShane goes to Markowski. Markowski waiting for the cavalry to arrive. Markowski going through the slot. Oh, man, nice try. As Stella had a nice turn on that one. Good save by the goalie. Back to McShane. McShane plays it back down to Stella. Stella, shot, saved by the goalie once again. Rebound picked up, another save. And picked back up by Markowski. Markowski plays it back to McDougall. McDougall plays it back to Markowski. He's tripped up. Oh boy, missed call there. McDougall picks it back up though, keeps it in. Bulls go D to D. They go into the neutral zone. That's going to go through everybody for an icing call. We'll head right back down into the Bulls zone. Face-off coming up in the Bulls zone for Dara, McLean, Shepard, and Hoyt and Scott on D. Off the draw, Shepard pushes that down into the corner. Dara trying to get there. Dara. Bulls player going to go around the other way. Scott is there. Scott keeps it in. Quickly to Shepard. Shepard to Dara. Dara comes back. Dara. And now McLean. Oh, Shepard gets a stick on that to McLean. McLean tries to push it down. Goes down into the corner. Dara picks it up. He fires it back around looking for Shepard. Shepard gets it in behind. The Bulls get it up. Scott keeps that in. And bouncing puck. Good play by Hoyt. Keeps that in at the line. That goes off a skate. That hurt. Down into the corner. Going to be picked up in behind by Shepard. He plays it to Dara. Dara trying to get it into the slot to McLean, but the Bulls clear it. Kept back, though, by McLean. That goes off a skate. Bad bounce into the neutral zone. And Hoyt doing a good job. And now Shepard gets that. Plays it down to Scott. Scott. And changed by the Bulls there. McLean coming through the neutral zone. Partial change by the Canadiens as well. Scott goes up, keeps it in deep. Scott still has it. Has Gilbert pressuring. Just pushed away out of the slot. Miller is there. Miller tries to pick it up. Gargano picks it up in the neutral zone. Gargano plays it over to Gilbert. And off the bench, the Bulls player sneaks in. Gilbert gets it back. They play it back. They go for the cross ice pass into the neutral zone. And going for a shot, and that's a goal by the Bulls to tie it up here at 1. Out for the Canadiens is Gilbert, Gargano, Kirkpatrick, Miller, and Chase Stella on D. Gargano's going to get kicked out. Kirkpatrick will take. Kirkpatrick with the win. He's going to play it back to Chase Stella. Chase over to Miller. Miller fires it up to Gargano. It goes off a Bull's stick, but it goes deep into the Bull's zone. Gilbert plays it back to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick back to Miller. Miller fires. Save. Rebound. Picked up by Charlie. Just goes down into the corner. Gargano picks up the rebound. Kirkpatrick in. That comes out to Gilbert. Gilbert. And that comes back out. Kept in by Stella. Stella plays it down low. And Gilbert in along the boards. Now Kirkpatrick trying to get a stick on it. They play it forward. Gargano. That's going to be picked up by Stella. Stella has Gilbert with them. Stella still has it. Fires it towards the net. It's wide. It's going to be picked up on the half wall by Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick plays it down to Gargano. Intercepted. Picked back up by Keegan Stella as he's come in off the bench. Gargano plays it out into the slot. No one home. Bulls come back the other way. That's going to be intercepted, though, and McDougall picks it up. He fires it into the Bulls zone. The Bulls have a high guy, but McDougall reads that perfectly. That's going to be picked up by McShane and Stella, but bouncing puck comes back. Paisley now. They go for the other one, or they go for the cross pass, and that's going to be a goal for the Bulls. With just over a minute to go here in the first period. Coming out for the Canadiens is Hoyt, Scott, McLean, Dara, and Shepard. Off the draw, false start. And that one gets pushed forward by the Bulls, taken away right at the blue line. They come back with it, bouncing puck down low. Hoyt takes that away. That's going to come around the other way. It's going to go up off the boards. McLean trying to get a stick on it, comes out, bouncing puck. That's poked away by Hoyt. Last minute of play here in the first period. Shepard trying to get a stick on it. Or sorry, that's McLean. Bouncing puck comes out. Shepard stick poikes that, or I cannot talk this morning. Scott pushes that forward. Now Shepard's in a foot race. Shepard trying to get there. Bulls play it over. It's going to be kept in at the line. Scott fires, goes off a foot. Shepard picks it back up. Shepard plays it down low. Miller's going to pinch up. He's going to play it back the other way. Shepard picks it up again. Shepard getting caught up in the boards. Played into the slot by Kirkpatrick. No one home. And Gargano to Miller. Miller, and just doesn't have time to get the shot off. So we will head to the second period down by a goal. All right, starting off the second period is going to be Gargano, Gilbert, Kirkpatrick, and on the blue line is going to be Stella and Miller. Off the draw, it's a win to the Bulls. They play it into the Canadian zone. Stella doubles back the other way. Goes for the cross ice pass to Kirkpatrick, and Kirkpatrick chips it, but it goes out. So face-off will come up just outside of the Canadian zone, I believe. And we're going to have a change in forwards. It's going to be Markowski, McShane, and Stella coming out. So, and off the draw, McShane gets it back. They go cross D to D pass to Stella. Stella chips it forward. It goes too far into the neutral zone. Miller gets that to Markowski. Markowski to Stella. Keegan Stella. Keegan Stella drives it, and McShane can't turn on it. Comes back the other way. Good back check there by Keegan Stella as he takes that back. Has Markowski. Over to Markowski. Markowski back to Stella. Yes! Beauty play by the Canadiens there to tie this one up at 2-2. Twos across the board. Keegan Stella. So change up on the D pairing. We're going to see Paisley and McDougall out. Off the draw, Markowski is trying to get there. He does. Pushes it deep into the Bulls zone. And McShane and Stella working down. That's going to be kept in by McDougall. He pushes that deep into the corner. Markowski in behind. Tries to get a stick on it. Comes up to the half wall all the way back to Paisley. Paisley turns right at the blue line here. It does come out into the neutral zone. And once again, the Bulls playing that high guy. Trying to get some in behind our D and some scoring opportunities. Stella's going to put that deep. McShane chasing down low. Bulls player plays it up off the half wall. Dara off the bench. It's going to go rink wide. And they're going to play it deep into the Canadian zone. Now Paisley. Paisley comes out, doubles back the other way. Paisley looking for the pass. What a beauty pass What a nice read. Bury it. Oh, good try by McLean. And Shepard takes a hit to the head. That's going to be kept in. That was a beautiful pass. Great opportunity by McLean. Shepard working down low. Shepard, McLean turns. Looking for an opportunity. Passes it to Hoyt. Hoyt fires. Save. Rebound comes out to the Bulls. And they go, but the pass is wide. Picked up by Hoyt. Hoyt plays it back. McLean trying to get the pass off to Shepard. Shepard working along the blue line. Now pops out. Comes back again. Shepard gets it back again. McLean plays it up to Dara. He's going to fire it. Goes into the foot of a Bulls player. Scramble in front of the net there as the Bulls come away with it. And Gilbert's off the bench now. Good job by Scott on the back check. That's going to be Gilbert who picks that up in the Canadian zone. Gilbert now. Gilbert making his way through. Has Gargano with him. Gilbert. Kirkpatrick coming in off the bench. Gilbert now. Gilbert plays it back to Stella. Chase Stella. He fires from the blue line. It's a save by the goalie. Rebound picked up. Played forward, kept in. Kirkpatrick picks it up. He's taken down. No call on the play. And now we've got 2 Woodstock. And good play by Chase Stella. He takes that pass away. Picks it up. Rims it back the other way. Finds Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick looking up. Fires it. Trying to get it to Gargano. He does. Bouncing puck though. Picked up. Kirkpatrick picks it back up. Has 3. Kirkpatrick tries to make a move there. It's poked away by the Bulls. And Keegan Stella off the bench. And now Miller's in a foot race. Miller, good play by Isaac Miller. The Bulls still have it, but it's a save by McFarland. So face-off will come up in the Canadian zone here with Gargano. Too many kids have long hair on this team. McDougall, Stella, Markowski, Paisley, and McShane. Last minute adjustments here for the Bulls. And off the draw, the bouncing puck does come back to McDougall. He's going to play it around. McShane picks it up. McShane plays it back to McDougall. McDougall to Stella. Bulls get a stick on it. McDougall gets it back. Stella. McDougall. McDougall has it once again. Gets it to Markowski. Markowski quickly to McShane. McShane tries to get it to Stella. Picked back up by Markowski. Markowski fires. Rebound. Yes! Beckett McShane picks up the rebound, and that's another one for the Canadiens, putting us ahead 3-2 in the second period. Off the draw, it comes back to the Bulls D. They're going to play it forward. Paisley's going to pick that up. Doubles back, plays it to Stella. Stella through the neutral zone, trying to get it up to McShane. Plays it forward. Bulls are going to pick it up in their own zone, play it around the boards. McDougall pinches up, keeps it in. McDougall to Markowski. Markowski comes back to Stella. Stella fires. Save by the goalie. Markowski, and now comes back. Stella gets a stick on that, and that should be an icing call. And it will be, so we'll head back down into the Bulls zone. Coming out for the Canadiens is Hoyt and Scott, Dara, McLean, and Shepard. And off the draw, bouncing puck goes down into the corner. They play it around. And Scott's gonna get a penalty for that one. So Scott takes his man into the board. So we're gonna head to the penalty kill. Head down into our zone. So Scott with the, I didn't see the official call, but I'm guessing it's body checking. Took his man into the boards there. So on the penalty kill, we're going to have Hoyt, Miller, Shepard, and McLean. And off the draw, the Bulls do get possession. And shot up front is gloved by McFarland. So we'll line it all up. Glove side. And off the draw, once again, shot. Nice save by McFarland. He puts that up. And Miller's trying to get it out, and he does. That goes the full length of the ice. Bulls pick it up in their own end, trying to set something up. On the back check, McLean gets a stick on that and pokes that away. Bulls go D to D. Shepard pressuring in the neutral zone. The Bulls do pick it up, but Shepard's still on the back check. They play it back to their D. Shepard gets a stick on that. It goes off a stick out front, comes around, picked back up by the Bulls. They go for a shot, the rebound. Shepard trying to get there. That's a hit to the head from the captain. He's jumping. And good job by McFarland there once again. As Shep takes one to the noggin. Coming out now is Gilbert, Kirkpatrick, Paisley, and Chase Stella. Off the draw, it comes back to the Bulls D. Charlie right in there. They play it down deep. Stella keeping his man to the outside. They go back up to the half wall. Gilbert, they play it back. Gilbert's still there. Kirkpatrick now. Kirkpatrick up top. Kirkpatrick, they play it down into the bottom. Paisley takes over. Paisley keeping his man out. 44 seconds left on this power play for the Bulls. Now Charlie, they do the move there, goes into the slot, and that's going to make it the full length of the ice as Paisley, I believe that was Chase Stella clears that one. Bulls pick it up, looking for one last rush here on this power play opportunity. Kirkpatrick's going to steal that away, though. Plays it back to Stella, and he's going to fire it down the ice. And Charlie Gilbert coming right in with a nice shot on net. Good pressure there by Gilbert. So face-off will come up in the Bulls section here. And it'll be Gargano, Gilbert, Stella, and Paisley. Off the draw, Bulls play it off the half wall. That's going to come in, and bouncing puck. Stella picks it up. Stella clears it out into the neutral zone. Bulls pick it back up, but that will do it for the power play for the Bulls. Gilbert gets that taken away. Now Gargano, he's going to fire that deep into the Bulls zone. And Markowski on the chase. They play it around the boards, and Keegan Stella picks that up. Stella working it, plays it back, goes back once again, and that's going to come just outside to Miller. Miller looking for opportunities, plays it to Stella. Stella in the neutral zone, plays it over to Markowski, picks it back up, plays it back to Gargano. Gargano tries to get it to Markowski. Markowski picks it up, comes back to Gargano in the slot. Just wide of the net. Picked up by Markowski. He plays it back to Stella. Stella plays it back to Miller. Miller, bouncing puck, plays it back to Stella. Stella pushes it down low for Markowski. Markowski doubles back from his knees, plays it back to Stella. Gonna play it back to Miller. Miller fires from the point. That's gonna go wide of the net. Gargano there to pick up the rebound. Gargano plays it back to Markowski, looking for Stella just in behind. Miller picks that up though, keeps it in. Comes back, Stella picks it back up, back to Gargano. Gargano tries to find Markowski, it's just wide. Miller picks it up again, plays it back to Markowski. Markowski plays it back to Miller. Good offensive pressure here by the Canadiens. That goes off a Bulls player. McDougall pinches up to keep it in. The Bulls have it, and they're just going to clear it down the ice. And it's not going to make it for icing. So McFarland comes out to play it. So McFarland will cover it as the Bulls player was coming in. Face-off coming up in the Canadian zone. Markowski, McShane, Stella, Scott, and Hoyt out. Little equipment adjustment for Cam. Off the draw, the Bulls get it, they play it back. It's going to be kept in by the Bulls. Markowski along the walls, trying to play that out, trying to get it to Stella. That does come out. Stella now. Stella and McShane. Stella plays it to McShane. McShane fires, and that's another one. So Beckett McShane puts the Canadiens up by 2 here in the second period. Coming out is going to be Dara, McLean, and Shepherd. Scott and Hoyt are going to stay on for the D pairing. And scramble off the draw there. Hoyt's going to pick that up, fire it up. And kept in, picked up by McLean. McLean trying to get in. He's a couple of bumps there along the wall. Played down low. Dara trying to play it out. McLean picks it back up. Just goes too far. The Bulls play it out and try to start their way into the neutral zone, which they do. Hoyt steals that away. And McLean tries to get it to Dara. Dara working it along the boards here. McLean into assist. It pops out to the Bulls D, and that is intercepted by Scott out front. Played up to Shepherd. Shepherd making his way through the neutral zone. He's going to push it deep. And McLean down low. Dara and McLean. It's going to come back to Scott. Scott fires it towards the net. Finds Dara. Dara to Shepherd. And that's going to be a penalty to the Bulls as Shepherd is hammered out front. So it's going to be a interference call. Just going to make sure my time is correct. Oh, we're staying down here, sorry. So power play for the Canadiens here with Gargano, Gilbert, Kirkpatrick, Chase, Stella, and Miller. Off the draw. I'm pretty sure that was a hand pass. Kirkpatrick picks it up. Kirkpatrick through the neutral zone. Kirkpatrick coming in, looking to set up this power play. Plays it over, goes off the side of the net, picks it back up, and gets it to Gilbert. Gilbert plays it back to Miller. Miller fires. Chip out front. Nice try by Kirkpatrick. It's saved, though. The rebound's picked back up by Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick plays it back to Miller. Miller plays it back to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick back to Miller. Miller back to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick over to Stella. Stella fires. Save. Rebound. Bouncing back. Kirkpatrick. Oh, my God. Wide open net. Couldn't find the cage. Gilbert and Kirkpatrick. A bouncing puck comes out. Miller thinks about it. He does. Pushes it back. And still on the back check. Stella, they get a shot off, but it's wide of the net. Comes back and poked away by Gilbert. Picked back up by the Bulls in the neutral zone. Doesn't have much on it, though. Picked up by Miller. Miller fires. That's wide of the net. Gilbert's going to pick that up. Gilbert fires down to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick looking for Gargano. Kirkpatrick, bouncing puck comes back to Stella. Stella in the slot, trying to get there. Comes back. Now it's on the back. Stella and big save by McFarland. Rebounds picked up by Gargano. Gargano goes cross-ice pass to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick through the neutral zone. Kirkpatrick, as the Canadiens go for a partial change, he's looking for help. He's down low, plays it back, finds Paisley. Paisley's going to fire and right into the breadbasket as the Bulls goalie saves that one. So 2 seconds left here is what I had, but it looks like the penalty is done. My clock must be running behind. So back even. Stella, McShane, Markowski, Paisley, and McDougall. Bulls rim it around. McDougall is there, keeps it in, and McShane gets a stick on that. Markowski, McShane, Stella, back to McShane. McShane, fans on the shot, comes back to McDougall. McDougall chips it down low, finds Markowski in behind the net. Markowski tries to center it, taken away by the Bulls. Stella trying to get there, comes back to Paisley. Paisley fires. That one's just high over the net. McDougall picks that up, plays it down low. Markowski trying to get there, comes back again. Bouncing puck gets by McDougall, and now Paisley's in a foot race. Paisley makes sure he's there. He doubles back the other way, plays it over, finds Stella. Stella now into the neutral zone. Plays it off the Bulls skate. That's going to come back. Once again, that high guy in the neutral zone. And that's going to be picked up by Stella. But the Bulls get it back and shot. That's a save by McFarland. Rebounds picked back up by the Bulls. And that's going to be picked up in the slot by Markowski. Markowski plays it up to Stella. Stella finds some resistance at the red line. It comes back. And Paisley to McShane. McShane back to McDougall. McDougall to Stella. Stella fires it up, looking for Markowski. Beauty pass. Markowski, he gets hooked on the way through. And the Bulls goalie will hang on to that one. And it looks like it might be offsetting penalties here. I think McShane is going to the box, yes. And number 15 from the Bulls is also heading to the box, so we'll remain 5-on-5. So still 5-on-5. We're gonna see Dara, McLean, Shepard, Scott, and Hoyt. Off the draw, comes back to Hoyt. Hoyt plays it down to Shepard. Shepard plays it down low. McLean picking it up. McLean plays it over. Scott's going to pinch up, keep that in down low. Gets it to McLean. McLean to Scott. Scott is going to try the backhand. Almost snuck through there. Shepard picks up that was Dara that picked up the rebound. Going to come around. Shepard picks that up on the half wall. And Shepard, McLean, that it comes back the other way. Scott steals that away. They regain possession though. Hoyt, and that's a move. Oh. Good try on that, but the Bulls do get the backhand goal to pull within one here in the closing seconds of the second period. Just so everyone knows, I am going to close this after the second period while the flood is happening, and then I'll come live again for the third period. So Gargano, Kirkpatrick, Gilbert, Stella, and Miller out. ref's just having a conversation with the head coach of the Bulls. I don't really know what it's about. So we are now ready for puck drop again. So that gets pushed forward. Kirkpatrick tries to get a stick on it, but the Bulls do get it. Comes back to Miller. And McFarland's going to cover that one. So McCarthy gets that one for the Bulls. Face off in the Canadian zone here. And off the draw, the Bulls do get possession. Comes back to the D. Save. It comes back into the slot. Another save by McFarland. Good job there. Again, trying to get this. Another save that comes around the other way. Miller down low, trying to get it out. Bouncing puck comes around. Kirkpatrick going up high. They go D to D. Gilbert. Nice block by Gilbert. They pick it back up. It's offside though. Gilbert. Good job by Charlie Gilbert to end that second period, as the Bulls were looking to put another one on the board. So I will stop now, and we'll see everybody back for the third period.